The people are used to our chaotic energy. It's honestly, it's just the fact that like anyone
We
wants.
look like we just escaped Mormonism.
It's the
Well,
This is Rumspringer!
This is our truth.
And I've already broken out into holy jeans.
Holy jeans, tattoos, and piercings.
Yeah,
We are.
we've done a lot.
We have left Bartholomew.
I've already
his sister
had
wives.
this much grow out on my bleached hair. That'll tell you how long we've been practicing Rumspringer.
we got freedom and we couldn't go back.
Got freedom,
I
girl.
grew up with the Amish people. You can Rumspringa as long as you want.
Oh, we were talking about the fact that like this is the most ominous looking fucking scene if you're watching.
It's actually really scary. I can see us in the monitor, and it's not good. It isn't a good thing.
Come play with
It's
us.
not bad, but it's not correct.
So my mom had a client, so we couldn't use our studio. I
Fine.
say that with air quotes.
We've been having a sleepover basically this
Oh my
entire
gosh.
weekend, so
But
it's
like,
fine.
Julie gets here and I'm like, it's a fun fact.
I just got back from Tennessee yesterday.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Julie's been traveling. She's mouth breathing. Don't mind her.
You can hear it.
Listen
Sure.
to my ASMR mouth breathing.
If you listen closely enough, you can hear the phlegm in the back of my throat.
Okay. Any
That's creepy.
ENTs, what do you think? Ear, nose, and throat specialists only. Respond in the chat. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for coming to our TED
Fucking
Talk.
Nashville pollen count. That's what fucked me.
And there's so many people.
Yeah, you're around a lot of people.
Disgusting.
I hate
Disgusting.
being around people.
People are gross.
Fucking
Yeah.
gross.
It's very fair.
But yeah, so we were going for slumber party vibes, but this just feels like
Escaped Mennonites.
yeah,
Yeah.
in the worst way possible. So we apologize if you're.
And I
watching.
like the Mennonites.
Oh yeah, we went to Amish.
If any Mennonites are listening. They use some technology.
They might be. Mennonites are allowed to use some technology.
They're
when
allowed
it's
to use some
necessary.
technology. Any Mennonites, I really love your salsa and your pretzels.
yeah, we went to Kimes on Saturday.
It's all prepackaged.
The salsa is, but the pretzels they bake. Those
Pretzels
the
and
big
bake.
pretzels?
But I know,
Yeah.
I know
Oh, I
that
thought
that
you
was
liked the
prepackaged. It
packaging.
had like a
Yeah.
fancy label and everything, but I really enjoyed that salsa and that's why I bought it.
Yeah, we
Those
had
are
it.
the new order Mennonites.
Yeah, but
like
the
them.
baked pretzels we got, and then the big ass donuts and the donut holes. Oh my god, that should be buzzing.
It was so good.
Yeah,
I can't go back to city pretzels.
only country pretzels.
Only country pretzels
for me.
from the great state of Ohio, from the Mennonites.
From the good old cow market.
We saw when I was on my way up here, there were Mennonites in the Louisville bus station.
Yeah.
And I was like, y'all ride buses! I don't know why. It was actually very exciting for me because I was like, I know that Mennonites use some technology, but I was like, oh, so y'all like use public transportation. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So you guys are just like us. You hate your lives.
You know, we're like a few minutes in. I guess we could introduce. This is Erin.
Hey. Hi.
You might know her on TikTok as erinsamjo.
Yes.
And that's not her middle name. She has three
I have
middle
three
names.
middle names.
Hey, so does
For
my
legal
kid.
reasons, I will not be discussing on film.
Okay, that's fine. Whatever you want to do. But I thought your middle name was like Samantha.
No, everyone
But it's
does
not.
think, and like my favorite thing is, so like ages, forever and ever ago, I did make a TikTok. It's not up anymore, but I did make a
Don't go
TikTok.
find it.
Don't go looking for it. You're not gonna find it. I made a TikTok because people are like, "What is your username?" I don't understand this. What is your username? And so I was like, "Well, I have three middle names, so it's Erin, my first name, and then it's my three middle names, and then the Joe is for Jones."
Yeah.
And my favorite thing is people mispronouncing my username. Aaron Samho, Aaron Samyo, Aaron Sam Mijo I got before. I was like, you added a letter. There's no
bought a
no
vowel.
letters between the M and the Joe. You just put something there.
Entitlement.
So yeah, it's fun. But
Yeah.
yeah, Aaron Samjo.
We won't discuss Julie's kids' names for legal reasons,
Yeah.
but she does have like 8.
Yeah, I love
Because yeah, Mom wanted to get a little fancy with it.
that. Yeah, I'm just
Well, I know.
incredibly Irish. So
Yeah, her dad is a dual citizen. Like he came
no,
over.
my dad is a citizen.
Oh
I'm a
yeah, that's
dual
right.
citizen.
You're a dual
Yeah.
citizen. Her
Yeah.
dad's a
She
citizen.
would be, yeah.
He came to America to marry her mom.
Yeah.
That's very cool.
Yeah, it's pretty,
I was
pretty
like, wow.
romantic. It's pretty romantic.
It's pretty cool if you think about it. Because I was like, oh yeah, like I'm Irish. That's really cool. And then she's like, I'm a dual citizen.
I was like, no, I'm Irish.
yeah. And I was like, okay, I'll sit the fuck down.
Just shut up with your pale skin.
I was like, I'll sit the fuck down.
I get it.
You just don't go outside.
Yeah.
It is. I will say is really funny. I honestly, nowadays, I just don't bring it up because Americans are really obnoxious about it.
Oh yeah.
Like in general, some people are like,
I'm 1/16. I get it.
well, sometimes people are like, oh, my family came in the year blah blah blah, right? And I'm like, okay, cool. So you understand that you are not Irish.
Yeah.
You're American with Irish
descent.
ancestry.
Yeah.
Versus some people are like, yeah, I'm Irish, and I'm like, how many generations?
Are you from the land?
How many generations? And they're like, 18! And I'm like, yeah, you're not Irish. You're redneck.
You're a pale redneck, motherfucker.
You're a pale redneck. That's why you are a redneck, is because you get a sunburn. And that's where the rednecks come from.
Yeah.
Hard fucking labor.
Oh, something. I obviously blessed her with watching The Wild and Wonderful Whites of
It was
West
great.
Virginia.
Busted and I were salty about it.
I know.
Busted wanted to have a girls' day.
Well, I watch it again. Bustin does have girls' days with us
I
because
love
they
that.
had literally mentioned that they wanted to. Like, Bustin was like, "I really want to watch the Wild and Wonderful Whites of West Virginia again," and I was like, "Down." And I bought it so we can use mine. If you have, I don't know if you bought or
Prime.
yeah, but you have to buy or rent it.
Yeah,
so
it
I
doesn't
say
matter
buy
if
it
you
now.
Prime.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So that's what I'm saying. If you want to log in with mine, I
Amazon,
bought it.
get shit on.
I want.
real.
Listen, if you haven't seen it, what it is it is a
It is great.
It's amazing.
It's a movie. Let me tell you.
It's a documentary.
Yeah, it's by Johnny Knoxville and Jeff Tremaine, so that should already give you a nice little precursor to
Those
what
are the
fuck.
only people brave enough to deal with these people.
Yeah.
That's fair.
For sure.
Yeah.
But it's basically just following this family that just has like a crazy.
The Whites in West Virginia.
Yeah, it's just insane.
They have a
because-
legacy.
Yeah,
They do have a
they
legacy.
do. D-Ray
D-Ray.
White.
D-Ray White.
He's
May he rest in pieces.
D-Ray White and Bertie Mae.
Bertie Mae, the Miracle Woman.
The Miracle Woman raised over 34 children, and most
She's
of
got
them were
songs
hers.
about her.
Yes,
Yep.
she does, by Hank Williams III.
And if you watch long enough, her daughter sings it at the end.
Well, I'm just a coal miner's daughter. But it's just like wild because like
Listen,
these are raw people.
It's
I don't claim that.
No, I don't either.
I don't want, spoiler alert, at one point the woman has a baby.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then gives the baby to whoever is in the room with her and then crushes pills on
pills
her
and does
bedside
pills in the
table.
hospital room, yeah.
Snorts them, and then the next scene is like, they took my baby.
And it's like, wow, I'm so
Why
shocked.
did they take my baby? I'm like, I wonder why.
There
It's
is
shocking.
It's
old
almost like
man
doing
penis
drugs.
Spoiler. Though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that should
But
come
it's
with
once, and it's early on.
and the trigger
You know
warning.
what though? When we watched it for the first time, because Lacey and I hadn't seen it at that point,
Yeah.
it came up, and she's like, "Oh my god, that was an old man's penis." I said, "All the shit that has happened in the last 5 minutes, the first 5 minutes,
Wild.
Yeah.
and the old man dick is what gotcha."
Yeah.
because it was triggering.
It was very triggering. I don't need to see that.
Yeah.
I
Like,
can
you
watch
need to
people do
watch.
cocaine at grandma's birthday party, but I don't need to see an old man's penis.
What
wiggling
you need to
around.
watch is the Whitakers of West Virginia.
I'm also
they're
down.
the blue people. They're so inbred that like
Yes,
the son only
yes,
barks.
I
Ray.
watched that.
I haven't.
It's
I need to watch
that's
that.
actually
barks.
heartbreaking. It's really heartbreaking.
That is the thing too,
Genuinely.
is like we obviously like I think that the way it's edited, especially because like they definitely did want to have some fun with it because like they have the parts where like she's literally snorting pills in the hospital and then she's like, I don't know why CPS wants my baby.
Yeah, they edited it really
they
well.
did edit it for it to be more of like the
Yeah.
comedic aspects, but then when you sit down and think about it, you do feel bad for the kids.
It's pretty sad.
Yeah, because like it's the whole family. Like I can't imagine my whole family doing drugs and stuff like that and not falling into the same patterns. Like that would be so hard to like
Yeah.
break the mold.
But
But,
like
like-
there were a couple that moved out though.
Yeah, there were.
Like
She
and
went to
Wes- a
rehab
couple
at
of
the
them
end.
too.
Yeah,
she
she
took
went
her
to-
kid with her.
yeah.
Yeah.
So like hopefully
And
I
when
hope
she
the
came
best for
out-
Kirk. She looked good.
She looked good. She looked like alert. You could tell by the way she was talking
that she was
constantly high.
Oh yeah,
like,
they were always well because like
You
they
can go to the bar that's in the
where they tandem. That's the
The
part that
tandem
fucked with
toilets.
Bustin. Is he's like that's 2 toilets with nothing in between it, and we're
as
like
they're doing lines of coke off the back.
Yeah.
That's what
Yeah.
gotcha. You
Yeah.
gotta watch it.
yeah,
You gotta watch
seriously.
it. 10 out of 10.
It's like $2.99 to rent on Amazon, but you can buy for
But listen.
$12.99. And I'm gonna tell you, gonna want to show everybody.
The blue people, the Whitakers.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I want to watch that.
Where we go and get donuts in West Virginia.
Yeah.
2 roads over and you got them.
Yeah.
What?
Like,
Yeah.
it's not far from
We're in their
Charleston.
area.
It's not
Yeah.
far at all from here.
But
Oh my
like,
God. Yeah, we drive
the
to
one
West
only
Virginia just for
barks.
donuts.
Yeah, we
Because
Good.
they have these really good donuts.
That's I know that makes sense.
Yeah.
That adds up.
No, that I get it.
Yeah.
I get it.
They're the best donuts.
It's like me. Well, not that it makes any sense to anyone here, but like in Chicago, sometimes even being like, yeah, I had to go out to Lombard for something. People are like, what? And that's only like 40 minutes.
Yeah. I know. Here we're out.
We drove 45 minutes out of our way so my mom could go to Buc-ee's.
I've never been to a
Fucking gas
Buc-ee's.
station. It's fucking life.
I want to go to a Buc-ee's. That's on my list.
I
Texas.
haven't been to one either.
I know.
all
I've been
over
to Texas,
Texas.
but I haven't been to a Buc-ee's.
I know, because that's
There's
Tyler's
one in
thing.
Richmond
That's Tyler's thing.
that
Is he
just
loves
opened up.
he loves a good Buc-ee's.
It was like Walmart on meth.
Yeah, it is. It is. I've seen pictures. I've heard stories.
But the gas is cheap. Listen, the gas, you're never going to find gas cheaper anywhere than Buc-ee's. Because the gas price is what draws them in, but the shit inside is what gets you. My mom and I spent $140 yesterday. And at a gas station.
Yeah, no, I believe it.
A fucking gas station.
I have
that.
friends that have been to Buc-ee's.
Yeah.
I know
It's
I know what they
crazy.
get up to. They have paraphernalia. They got merch. They got Buc-ee's merch.
See, baby, a Buc-ee's bikini.
Shut the
And a
fuck up.
matching Buc-ee's
A
belt. I fucking did.
bikini.
A bikini.
I need a bikini.
But they have, listen, they have
Do
Bucky
they carry
walking
my
around.
size?
Yeah, dude, they have adult sizes, literally up to 4X.
Oh,
Size
we love an
inclusive
inclusive queen.
But
Hey, Buc-ee's, if
they
you
have
wanna
Bucky-
sponsor me.
Really quick, Buc-ee's.
I
if you're
do
listening.
pay promotions.
They have Bucky walking around. And
What?
when we went down on Friday, because we
Yeah,
stopped
mascots.
twice.
Of course.
We stopped twice. The first time, Bucky was just in a Bucky's shirt. Okay, yesterday, Bucky was wearing a Hawaiian t-shirt, that Tommy Bahama.
Oh, honey, get my checkbook.
That thing is like 12 foot tall. Like the head itself is
Yeah,
like 3
they're
foot tall.
they're big. They're kind
And
of
they're walking around like, they're like pulling him behind them because he can't see. And they're like stopping at all these little kids. Do you want to take a picture with Bucky? And they're all like,
because he's scary. Okay, can we talk about how
Terrifying.
mascots are actually terrifying? Okay, anyone else here was anyone else like terrified of the Easter Bunny? Like when you would take
No.
pictures of him? Scariest motherfucker on the planet.
Have
I'm
you seen the
terrified of the Easter Bunny.
Have you seen the photos where they're like the terrifying Easter bunnies?
Yes,
Where they
like
like
the old ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I see. Even the new ones, I'm like, that's what you look like inside. You look haggard and raggedy and like piss stained and just bad. I'm just so scared of them. I'll never forget. I got older and a friend of mine. Did either of you do this when you got older? Like the mall rat thing. I don't know if you guys had the opportunity to do like the mall rat thing, where your parents would just drop you off in a place for hours with your friend, and you would go around all these. This is
No.
a definitely like suburb thing.
my mom was too worried about me getting kidnapped.
This was a suburb thing. They would be like, you know what? You want to go to the mall with your friends? Great. We're gonna drop you off for 3 hours. You have no cell phone.
Good luck.
Good luck. There's security there. Fine. And I'll never
Paul
forget.
Blart's in there, he's got you.
Yeah, Paul Blart does have me. First of all, I've seen him on his Segway. I saw his whole movie. If Paul Blart is there, I am safe.
Peanut butter and jelly. Oh, whoop whoop.
A old friend of mine from like years and years and years ago, it was around Easter, and she was like, we have to go take pictures with the Easter Bunny. And I was like, I'm terrified of that thing. I don't want to take pictures with, and also, we're teenagers. I don't want to do that. There is a picture somewhere. So it might be somewhere on the internet, I don't know.
Twitter, do your thing.
But it's like me, like
yeah.
next to this Easter Bunny, and my other friend's like, I'm like, I never hated her. I'm not gonna say her name, but I never hated her more than in that moment. I was like, girl, you know I'm fucking terrified of these things.
My kid hates Santa Claus.
That was so funny.
That's fair, actually. He's a little frightening.
Well,
Comes
she
out once
liked-
a year?
She liked Frosty the Snowman.
Oh yeah.
Thought that was so cool.
Yeah, because Frosty's magic. Santa is creepy.
Santa Claus
He's a voyeur.
looked at her too long, and she was like,
And she was chill, and then he tried to talk to her, and she's like, "Get the fuck away from me!"
Yeah.
"Old my man is holding me."
Oh, a white man? No.
That's enough to make me want to.
A white man! No!
A white straight man? Ew.
My sister's nieces, my sister's kids, my nieces, were a little scared of Santa Claus the first time that they took a picture. And then Eileen was like, you will like this man. You will take a picture and you will smile. Have fun. And then they did. They smiled. They had a good time.
They had a great time.
And now they have
Kind
no
of mom
problems.
energy. I want to elude.
Oh, Eileen.
Hi,
My
Eileen.
sister is in Scotland right now.
That's cool.
She took Alice. Little one.
She took little Alice.
Yeah.
Why would you do
Well, that's why they were on a plane.
Yeah. I'm
Fuck
like,
that. Leave the kids at home.
the only one though. I'm like, you're gonna show how aggressively you have a favorite.
biological one.
Oh, no.
As if we had to question.
Oh, no.
I know. She's got
Not
5
one
kids and
of
she
them.
took one.
Not
I'm like,
one
You
of
know how expensive it probably was to take that one?
It's very expensive. As someone who's in a family of 5
Yeah.
that went to Ireland
Sometimes you gotta leave a couple at home.
you gotta draw straws.
Gotta cycle them
I'm
out.
gonna be honest, I don't know how my parents afforded to bring all of us, like, because it's $1,000 to take, and if you're a kid, there's no kid prices on airlines.
No. A seat
You're
is
an
a seat,
adult.
You're
whether
a
you fill
seat.
it or not.
It's $1,000. Like, it's crazy. Actually, flying to Ireland now is cheaper than it's ever been.
For
Let's
us
go.
to fly to Florida because the baby was gonna have to have her own seat because she's got the ADHD and she can't sit still for longer than 2
No, she
seconds.
can't.
And I was like, "There's no way I'm holding this fucking
No.
kid on this flight." So she was gonna have to have her own seat, and I was gonna have to check a bag, and it was gonna be $1,000
Yeah,
for an hour and 20-minute flight to Florida.
yeah. You're better off driving at that point.
Yeah,
Come on, road trip.
I just want to go see my grandparents. It's fine.
We have family in Massachusetts. I grew up in North Carolina, and we used to go visit them, and we'd go drive, and that's a 12-hour drive. Like,
Yeah.
it's nothing to sneeze at. So what my parents would do, I don't know how my dad does half the shit that he does or did. Actually, he does still do it. I don't know how he does it. They'd load us up at like 7:30 p.m.
Yep.
He'd drive at
And he
night.
would drive the whole
way.
Yep.
fucking night.
Dads are nuts with that shit.
I'm like, John,
Jacob, Jingleheimer Schmidt.
how did you accomplish this?
Yeah.
Dads are another breed, dude.
And when he helped move. Bless
Bless
you.
you.
He helped me move up to when I moved to Chicago. It was me and him. We drove together, and that's 11 hours from where we were in North Carolina. And I told him, I was like, okay, well, we're gonna share this, and we both said, okay, we're both gonna drive.
Yeah.
So we get like 4.5 hours in. I was like, okay, well, when you're ready, I will take over the drive. He's like, okay, I can go a little bit longer. I was like, okay, well, my dad's in his 60s. And I was like, don't overdo it,
Yeah.
You don't have to drive the whole way. We agreed that I would drive half of this drive. So we get 6 hours in. I was like, really, Daddy, like, you can pull over. I'll do the rest of it. No. We get 8 hours in. Daddy, really?
Dad.
We're getting gas. I'll drive the rest of the way. We get to like outside of Chicago, and he goes, all right.
You can do the shit part.
I was like, oh, you bastard! You did that on purpose. He was like, I don't want to drive in Chicago. He's like, you little bitch. And he knew I couldn't say no.
Yeah.
Because he drove all like 11 hours.
Yeah.
I was like, you're an asshole. You know I didn't want to drive into Chicago. He's like, you're going to have to get used to it. I was like, with what vehicle, John?
Jacob.
Public transportation.
I didn't bring a car. I left my car with you for a reason.
We segued through Chicago and we went to Chicago, and the guy that was doing the tour was like, listen, this is a traffic light. I understand that the light is red. That means people will still go. But go
Yes.
ahead and cross the street. Just if you see a car, like, swerve a little bit. And I
Or
was like,
brace.
Great.
Or grace.
I've been hit by a car in a crosswalk.
Shut up.
In Chicago?
Mhm.
That's not shocking to me.
It was actually, so it was close to my neighborhood, which I don't want to, I'm not going to say
Yeah,
the neighborhood I
no,
live in
right.
for obvious reasons, but it's at a, like, it's in a pretty like, residential part of that like, borough,
It just doesn't matter. In
and
Chicago,
it's a
does it?
4-way stop.
You know how many
And,
people have been hitting Hillsborough?
Yeah, I know. Outside my salon. The one lady's been hit twice.
Yeah. She ain't got good luck.
I am halfway through this crosswalk. Actually, more than halfway through this crosswalk. And this car just doesn't stop at the stop sign. And kind of, thankfully, did not hit me hard. Like, hit kind of my leg, and I could back away. But I looked at him like, A, I'm not a fucking small target. B, it was winter, and I own a bright ass yellow jacket. Like, this is a yellow bright coat.
Construction code.
And I'm on my way to work, so I didn't have time to call the police, but I did have time to do it myself. So I was like, fuck you. No. So where he was going also was a dead end.
Yeah.
So I was like, well, no, you can't hit and run me, bitch. It's easier for me to get to you than for you to make your 3-point turn to get out of here. So I go up to him, and like, are you fucking stupid? He's like, roll your window down right now. Roll your window down. Rolls his window down. I was like, are you dumb? Are you a stupid person? He's like, I'm so sorry. I didn't see you. I was like, you didn't see me, bitch. I am over 200 pounds and I'm 5'8". I'm wearing a bright yellow jacket. What do you mean you didn't see me? The sun was in my eyes. buy sunglasses.
Bitch, I am the sun.
This isn't my fault.
Yeah, don't make this
And,
a me problem.
I was like, do you live here? Do you live in this neighborhood? He was like, yeah. And I said, so you know this is a 4-way stop. Yeah. And I was like, so why didn't you stop? You physically know. You know in your brain that that's a 4-way stop. And I was like, you are so fucking lucky I gotta go to work. Because otherwise I'd be calling the police and citating your fucking ass. And I was
I'm
like,
making a citizen's arrest.
I was like,
on my back.
I literally was like, I have your license plate number, and I see you driving around here. I see you pulling any of that honky shit. I'm calling somebody. I was like, you're going to jail, straight to jail. So I go to work, and later on, my boss was like the owner of the restaurant I work at was like, hey, how are you doing? I was like, oh, I'm good. I got hit by a car this morning. And he goes, why are you here? I was like, he didn't hit me hard.
I'm dedicated. Where's my race?
He didn't hit me.
He didn't hit me hard. But I have been almost hit several times at that intersection because people just don't stop at that 4-way stop. And I'm like, it's a stop sign. And I have learned the way, I've always had this like mom look that I got from my mom, which is like
It's just that disappointment.
People will constantly drive up where the crosswalk is in Chicago, like period. And anytime I see it, if I see they're doing that, I start crossing and I go,
You just gotta like judge them.
and then they see me, they look at me, and they damn well do put their car in reverse.
Put in reverse, Terry.
And I was like, thank you, because this is where I walk, not where you park. Oh, thank you. So yeah, but
Thank you for coming to my TED Talk.
live in Chicago.
Everyone in
It's great.
Chicago.
Come move to Chicago. Get hit by a car. It's great. It's great.
I love it. Just imagine. I'm making a citizen's arrest. Hop on my back. We're going to the police
You
station.
hop in the passenger seat. I gotta take you to the police station.
It was great actually because I was like, and there are like there's elderly people. There's a fair amount of homeless people that live in that area. There's kids that live there. And I was like, you're gonna fucking kill somebody.
Yeah.
You're gonna like a little kid. Like it's right off of this area that's like a really really nice street that does have a lot of kids living in those like brownstones and stuff. And I'm like, you're gonna fucking kill one of these kids.
Yeah, which is like not okay.
A light tap on them, gonna send them flying.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like
You're lucky that I'm built like this.
I didn't even get a bruise.
It reflected off of me. His car was dented.
His car was dented.
Me, I'm fine.
I'm fine. I was just like, it was funny too because it was busy. It's the
Shocking.
morning, and so everyone else is in the street is also like, did that guy just hit you? I'm like, he did, and I was like, I got the fucking time today, and I was like, I'm gonna go talk to you, man.
Let's have a chat.
Let's have a chat. So that was fun. That was a great time. Good memory.
Did you set a timer?
Yeah.
Okay, great. We're so professional.
But we do need to take a break.
Okay, sick.
Break.
I just said, okay, sick.
We're back. And
Beautiful.
busty.
Doopity boop ba boo. You know what? Actually, you're more likely to get hit by a bicycle in Chicago.
I would believe that.
Yeah.
Because okay, fun fact: if you ride a bicycle, you're a fucking vehicle,
Yeah.
which means
Not on the sidewalk.
not on the fucking sidewalk. B, you abide by traffic laws, you little bitch.
You don't get to run the light.
If the
You're
light
like,
is red, you stop. If the light's green, you go.
Maybe
you
zoom
need to
in
stop.
on those bikes in the cities.
I've been almost hit by more bikes than cars.
Yeah.
And I'm not shy. And if you almost hit me and it's a red light, I'll scream after you. That was a red light, you piece of shit. They'll go through stop signs and I'm like, that was a stop sign, jackass. Stop means stop. You're a vehicle. Anyway, that's enough about me being hit by things.
What else have you been hit by?
A lot of emotional damage.
Same. Let's unpack that.
No, just lots of cars and bikes.
Yeah, it's very weird that, like, because that's the problem, because obviously, like, I think it's only happened at, like, the center of town where I showed you.
Yeah.
It's happened
Because
4 times in the last year.
yeah, which is a lot for us because like we're a very
That's a
small
lot.
Yeah, exactly. We're a very small town, but I think the problem is like people wanting to turn right and they just forget that when you're turning right, the
You have to
pedestrians
yield to
They
pedestrians.
have the right of way.
Yeah.
Well,
I
fun
mean,
fact, you gotta yield to pedestrians no
regardless
matter where you're
it
at.
doesn't matter if
Yeah.
they're jaywalking. You have to abide
yield-
by
yeah,
pedestrians.
You can't just be like, ha!
And
Sucks
if
to
you-
suck, you're dead now.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, the one lady that got hit, so she got hit, she works at the bank, Catty Corner,
yeah.
okay? So she got hit
I showed you
2
that
years
one.
ago,
yes.
And then last year, she was walking same fucking crosswalk, going the same fucking way. Somebody was turning left though, trying to beat the light, and fucking hit her again. Elderly lady.
Yeah, poor woman.
Is she still alive?
Yeah, but this time it like gave her like a really bad infection in her hip, and she like.
Oh.
Yeah, she's not okay.
I
Yeah.
would have sued the fuck out of him.
Well,
Hopefully she did.
the lady who hit her,
Oh.
got out and was like, "You were in the crosswalk and you were supposed to be walking." And so the lady, while on the ground, was like having a panic attack because she got hit by a car.
Yeah,
So
it's
one
a
of the
lot.
ladies that I work with does her daughter's hair, and so she went out there and she was like yelling at the lady through her window, "Get out the car! Get out the car!" And the cop was like, "Ma'am, if you don't return back," she had a cap on her head. She was processing. She was processing color. And he was
This
like,
is
"If you
the-
don't return back to your business, I'm going to arrest you." She's like, "Arrest me! You arrest her!"
Yeah,
But the
I mean,
lady
she
said
hit
it
an
was
old
her
lady.
fault. She said it was her fault. She's like, "Why were you in the street?" And the cop was like, "Why were you turning on a red light?"
Yeah.
Why did
It's-
you also not yield to a person?
Okay,
But
if
they
you
didn't
hit
cite
a
her.
person.
They didn't cite her. Yep. I said it.
She's like, let's go to the city of Hillsborough right now.
I know.
I'm gonna say what I always believe: cops ain't fucking shit.
God,
How can you hit a woman
Well, listen.
with a
because-
vehicle when you were making an illegal turn? No ticket for you.
So, like, the last person that got, well, not the last person, the second to last person, because the last person that got hit like 3 weeks ago. The second to last person to
Lord.
get hit, it was like, it wasn't at the intersection, it was like on, like, it was on 62.
Yeah.
And there's an alleyway that the pharmacy uses as a drive-through.
Yeah.
And so when you pull out of the alleyway to the left, there's a crosswalk, right? So if you're turning out of there, you're not going fast. The guy who was running for mayor hit an old man in the crosswalk because the old man was already off the sidewalk to the left of this man when he pulled out, and he hit him. So then when the cops came, they were like, "Where do you live?" And he's like, "Down here." And they're like, "That's too close to the public library and you're a pedophile." So he's on the run. No one knows where he's at.
He's on the run.
He's
No.
on the lam.
I don't think anybody knows where he's at. He's an interesting man. He carries a walking stick, and he invited me back to his apartment to do holistic massage on me one time. And I was like, "No, thank you."
I'm glad you didn't go. I
Well,
don't
he's
think
a-
you'd be on this bed.
He's a pedophile. He wouldn't like me.
I'm too old.
No, he might have just been a murderer.
Well, so he tried, I think at one point he tried to blame it on the fact that he was gay as to why they wanted him to move. And they were like, no,
No.
it's because you touch children.
No.
That's why you can't be in this distance from
Those
the
are
public library.
Very separate things.
Yeah. Completely different.
And you know, if you were a pedophile, that like in a place where everything is so, like you have an opportunity to live anywhere you want because most things are pretty fucking spread out around here.
Yeah.
But you chose to live that close to a place you know
Yeah.
you're not supposed to live close
Yeah,
to.
like they give you very specific set. Well, I don't know, not a pedophile,
No, they
but
do.
I've
They
heard.
do. They do. I have a degree in criminology. They give you like very specific, like parameters.
Oh yeah.
Especially if he's on like a lifetime registry, then like
The reason why I'm like sitting here quietly is because I know the man you're talking about.
Yeah.
And he and my mom exchanged services because
Yeah, I bet they did. He's very.
Yeah, because he came in and mom was like, because like my mom at the time had a place uptown where she worked, and he, you know, well, maybe he hid there. I don't know, but
he's on the run.
but he came in there because, and I remember as soon as I saw him, I was like, this vibe is throwing me off. But my mom was like, there's not a lot of people who also do the same stuff my mom does, so she was like, oh my god,
I get it.
Twinsies.
In some ways, I like can understand.
But like none of that. This was like 3 years ago, and he just got hit 3 weeks ago. So like none of the things
None of
that
it's
come out
recent,
about
yeah.
him being a pedophile.
No,
Yeah,
he
that's all
hit a
I've
person a
heard.
while ago. The person who just got hit was 3 weeks ago.
Oh,
he was
sorry.
the second to last person.
Yeah.
My first interaction with this person, I had just started at the salon, and Lou and I were in the alley vaping.
Vape Nation.
Vape Nation. And we were sitting there, and I'm like, Lou was going to go out by herself. I'm so glad she didn't, because if she'd have gone out by herself and he would have come up to her, she probably would have screamed.
Yeah, 100%.
Because she's a very antisocial, very nervous person anyway.
yeah.
So we're out there, and he comes, walking up with his little walking stick. And he's like, hello, ladies. And I was like,
Good
No,
evening.
immediately if it's like, no, I'm going to tell you right now. Anyone comes up and is like, hello, ladies, I'm like, oh, you were going to murder me.
so I'm like,
Something about the word ladies.
I was like, hi.
Red flag.
Hello, females.
was like,
Stop vomit.
he was like, do you guys do manicures and pedicures? And I was like, I don't. And he was like, well, I just got this done at the Walmart. And he shows me his toes, and he's got French tips on his toenails, acrylic French tips on his toenails with diamond crosses on each toe. Yeah.
Ooh, balling out.
Got money.
Actually, I'm like listening intently because I'm trying to get some ideas.
And he's like,
Who
but
does
on
you
my
it?
fingernails, I got them painted. And I was like, oh, that's really cool. And he's like, yeah, it matches my outfit, don't you think? And I was like, yeah. So I'm like, I don't understand what the interaction is that's going on. And so he's like,
Does
the
he
Meryl,
like smoke like peyote or something?
probably, yeah.
Because that sounds like some peyote shit.
I don't do
So-
angel dust.
He's
Just
like,
PCP.
he's like, I'm running for mayor. Would you vote for me for mayor? I don't live in the city of Hillsborough, so it doesn't matter.
For mayor?
Yeah.
You ran for mayor.
Yeah. And Lou's like, yeah. And I'm like, yeah, I'll vote for you because I don't live in the city of Hillsborough. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to get this man to go away.
Sure,
And
bye.
he's like,
Do you have a pin that I can
okay.
wear?
He's like, okay, here's a paper with my name on it. And I'm like, don't worry, I won't forget your name. I know your name. And he started to walk away, and I just looked at Lou and was like, get in the fucking shower.
Yeah.
So she opened the door, and I locked that shit so fast behind me because I was like, I don't know what the fuck just happened. And I walked in the salon, and I'm telling them about it, and they're like, oh, that's so-and-so. And I was like, no one's going to tell me that so-and-so hangs out in the alley behind the salon.
Also, why do we all know him by name?
Also,
Yeah.
why is he hanging out in the alley behind the salon?
Looking for children, apparently.
Oh.
Gee.
They wouldn't let him live next to the library because he's gay.
I can't live next to the library because I'm gay.
I'm a homosexual.
I'm homosexual.
Hey, my mom's making the Homophobia is gay shirts. Do you want one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you want one?
Yeah,
I still
I'm
want
gay.
one.
I definitely want one.
That's why I said I need it by next month, Mom. And she's like, bye. Stay woke, Mom.
Stay woke, everybody.
I'm so
And
upset.
remember, if you're homophobic, you're gay now.
That's gay. That's like
Gay.
gay.
Homophobia is gay.
I did read an article from I remember the article I was showing you. There was like this incel guy
Oh yeah.
who was like, oh my god, actually having a girlfriend is gay. And I read like a bit of it and I was like, what kind of copium are you smoking to think that actually having a girlfriend, pretty gay? How?
If no one wants to be with you, just say so.
Yeah, well, yeah, we all know that. He's like, so asexuality is actually the only
Thing that's
and,
not.
and I'm like,
No. Because then you're like.
being ace is gay. Like, you're queer. If you are on the ace spectrum, you are queer. Because you don't follow, like,
Norm.
the heteronormative
Yeah.
structure. So congrats.
You're gay.
By your assertion, you just outed yourself as gay.
As a gay.
But it was one of those things where I was like,
But he's not gay.
oh, no.
Because he
He's
doesn't
the
have a
least
girlfriend.
gay
He's the
because
least gay
he
'cause he's
is by
asexual?
himself.
It's not
So,
gay in
yeah.
a three-way.
Isn't that just lonely?
It's not gay when you're in a three-way. Oh, wait, let me not get copyrighted in there.
We don't give a shit. No, shit, what was my thought? Oh, we were talking about stuff, and I was like, talking about how we were talking
That's
about
really cool.
we were talking about stuff, yeah, and that's it. No, and I was
end.
telling her like how in my brother's era the F slur was really big.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And then like I just feel like because like my brother's friends would always call each other the F
Yeah.
slur.
Yeah.
And I was like, I just like you haven't heard it in a while, which is like great, because obviously it's offensive. But
And then we watched iDubbbz last night.
Uh-huh.
But
Did you show her the cake video, the hair video?
no,
iDubbbz made a cake out of hair.
it was disgusting.
Busted
And-
me just watch it, and I didn't think I was gonna make it.
I thought I
I'm
was gonna-
ready.
I thought I was gonna throw
I
up.
froze
We
up
did
in my
watch the
mouth.
Creator Clash last night, and that was great, actually.
Yeah, because you need to watch Super Mega because you like.
Yeah, you'd
video
love
games.
Super Mega.
They do like they're kind of like KR Speedy, okay? Similar
And they
kind
also
of
have a
vibes.
sorry.
podcast.
What did you say?
KRY.
KYR.
Oh, I don't fucking
Speedy.
know. I don't watch him.
That's my boy, dog.
I just
Yeah.
know what he's like.
But
He's
listen,
funny.
she made. I watched 3
Kinda
minutes.
hot.
Oh my god.
Well, yeah, you
Same.
didn't even make it 3 minutes, and you were like, I love them, and that one's really hot. They're both really hot.
What is this?
One of them,
Super Mega.
It's Super Mega. It's Matt and Ryan. Okay, Ryan has
Ryan.
Ryan. You just sit over here and take yourself. Ryan is like really hot. Okay,
Yeah.
but Matt is like Pete Davidson, dirty hot.
Oh, like sick.
Oh my god.
Like a little bit sick.
Beetlejuice.
Like questionably, like,
Are
is
you
he
well?
okay? Yeah. Okay, he little bean boy.
Do you have a physician?
But they're like, they're so comfortable in their sexuality, they'll kiss.
Yeah,
on
they
camera.
kissed in the video
Love
that
that.
I showed Lacey.
And I love, like, we watched 2 minutes, and I looked at her and I
you
said,
were like,
I
I
have a
love
crush.
them. And
I
I was
was like,
like,
I
I knew it.
And then I was
I
like,
knew it.
I genuinely have a crush on them.
Why do you think I watch video games with my husband? Because all the people he watches are like,
Dreamboat.
yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, you need to watch them because I think you'd like them because like I said, they're like them. They're like Speedy. They play video games, but they're also really fucking funny and they're dirty hot. Anyway,
They also have a podcast. Their podcast is really good. I actually really enjoy their podcast.
but we were talking about I don't even know how we got that from the F slur to the
Because
Oh,
Ian.
Yep. But I was telling her that like it's so funny because I feel like the guys who would like make fun, like guys who are comfortable in their sexuality don't make fun of gay people. Like they'll kiss on camera, like the Matts and Ryans of the world who we love. And
Yeah.
I have
We love the
big
Matts and the
crushes
Ryans
on.
of the world.
Yeah, please, if you're watching this, I love you. We
I really hope
we got
you're watching this.
we got through half the video and she's like, you know they boxed, right? And I said, we're buying that right now. I want
Yes,
to see
I
them.
wanted to see it. Remember, I was talking about. I was like,
Yeah.
oh, I didn't realize the Creator Clash was this weekend. I actually wanted to see that. And then I'm updating my friends who are also all into Super Mega. And I was like, Lacey saw 2 minutes of Super Mega and is into them, and now we're watching the boxing event.
Because I needed to see him shirtless fight, okay?
They did a really good job, Ryan.
You're a fighter!
Ryan.
Matt got knocked out in 22
He
seconds,
went-
but Ryan went all 5
He went all
rounds!
five
They fought
rounds.
each other?
No.
No,
Oh.
they fought other YouTubers.
Yeah.
Oh.
So Matt and Ryan fought like other
Ryan fought
YouTubers.
Alex Ernst.
Yeah,
I love Alex.
I know, you would love that
and
fight.
they did what a good.
hell of a
Wow,
fight.
really
Ryan
good.
broke his nose. He
Yeah,
broke
it's
his
very
nose.
broken.
Yeah,
It's very broken.
But I was telling
Poor
her
boy.
about how, my brother and his friends, like, that was a big thing. But then one time I walked in on him and his one friend, who shall not be named, who I saw the other day, I told her about, just straight up tickling each other. And she just goes, bro, that's gay. Your brother's gay.
Is
I was
this
like,
the same
that's
one
gay.
who was like, if you had a vagina, if I
Yeah.
had a vagina, where would it have to be for you to fuck me?
On my knee.
On my knee.
Yeah, they had that conversation that they would be the perfect couple.
But they're not gay.
But they're not gay.
I think, okay, honestly, I'm gonna be so real with you. Being straight is more gay than being gay. Straight men are more gay than gay men. They are though. Like,
I think it's because they're so concerned about people not wanting people to think they're gay.
no, they're just so obsessed with each other's bodies.
Um,
Straight men are like very obsessed with other men's bodies.
My brother, when he
in
broke
a gay way.
When he broke his ankle, he was afraid to tell us that he caught himself on fire and jumped in a shallow pond and broke his leg. So his cover-up was that him and his friends were playing teabag, where they were just slapping each other's nut sacks, and then he fell in a hole. How was that better, Brad?
The fire is definitely like better.
Because I remember...
Because also, no.
Listen, because my parents were drunk, so they had to get their friends to take them to the hospital to meet my brother. And then I was with my sister, so my sister brought me because she was able to drive. And I remember just being 8 years old, and my brother's passed out on painkillers, and my parents were like, "How did this happen, Brad?" Because like my parents were cool, like they weren't mad, they wanted to make sure he was okay.
Well, you break some shit.
Yeah, and he's like, me and my friends were playing teabag and I fell in a hole. And my dad's like, okay, that's fine, but your other leg has 3rd-degree burns. How'd that happen? And Brad's like, the exhaust from the four-wheeler was really hot. My dad's like, that doesn't add up, son, but you're on Vicodin, so whatever. And then we get home, and he's still, like, holding true to this, like, no, we're playing bag tag. And then finally he's like, nah, guys, I caught myself on fire and fell in a hole. And my dad's like,
How
you
is
thought
that
playing
any better?
bag tag was better?
than I caught on fire and I had to put it out.
And I jumped in a shallow pond.
Did
and
you
hit a
know?
rock.
Okay, so this is like a very. Whenever I think about burns, I always think of this. There was a YouTuber I used to watch. He's an Australian YouTuber, and he used to talk. He used to do like social critiques in a very funny way about like other Australian youths. And he talked about how a lot of people would go to Bali on vacations. Like a lot of Australian kids apparently go to. I don't know if that's true anymore, but it was true when I was watching this like earlier in the 2000s and like the 2010s. And apparently, there's this thing called Bali burn that people get when they go to Bali, where so everyone rides little like motorbikes or Vespas or things like that,
yeah.
and so they're so fucked up on either drugs or alcohol or both that they don't realize that their flesh is touching the burning exhaust pipe.
Yeah.
And they have these like Bali burn. They have Bali burn. And I'm like, could you imagine
No.
being so high or fucked up that you don't realize that your flesh
Frying your
is
flesh.
burnt, melting off
Ew.
on an exhaust pipe.
Yeah,
the
no.
smell of that.
Yeah, you'd have
But they wear it
Who's
like
frying
a
chicken?
It's usually the guys. It's like
Of
a
course.
badge
Men
of
are stupid.
pride of like, oh, I got a Bali burn, and it's like that's
not
not cool.
Really cool, guys.
So glad you didn't notice that you were frying your own skin like chicken.
Yeah, it's one of those things
That's
where
disgusting.
that is like so burned into my memory
I get it.
of
It's
like
kind of weird.
I think it was Jordy was the guy's name on YouTube. He had really good stuff. I knew nothing about. That's not true. I did meet.
that you're obsessed with.
What?
The TikTok Jordy Bo, Jordy Blow, Jordy Bo.
Jordy Blow.
The one that did all the
Jordy Blow.
the one that did all the like thirst traps. His name's like Jordy, isn't it?
No.
Oh, what's his name?
I don't remember, but it's not Jordy.
No, I thought it was Jordy.
Jordy, if you're out there, I hope your last name is Blow and you're doing thirst traps.
Well, no. What's his name?
I don't know. I thought it was Jordy.
I think it's Jordan.
Oh,
Different.
sorry.
Yeah, very different.
Sorry.
What's happening?
I have to
Instagram,
know
what's
what got you really to start, like, was it, I know you told me like who was it said that you were really funny and shit.
Oh, my
was it
brother-in-law.
that like started you doing TikTok?
My brother-in-law. Always would watch my Snapchat stories, and my sister
Yeah.
would be like, "Justin thinks you're really funny," and I was like, "Well, that's really nice."
So you agree? You think you're really funny?
And
Yes.
but no, actually, so me and Julie, we downloaded TikTok before the Panini Press.
Yeah,
Because
me too.
we kept watching all the TikTok cringe compilations.
Me too.
And so we were like, we gotta see what this shit's
We
about.
also can't downplay the fact that we fell really hard in love with all the TikTok fuckboys.
Oh yeah, for sure. And so
I
then
can't relate to that.
so then it was kind of like a place where like me and Julie were like shit posting all the stupid Snapchats we would have, and like some of my videos did okay, and then out of nowhere, like, because I was never gonna post animals because I was afraid of animal content on the internet because people will come for you.
Yeah,
Like,
they really-
people will be
yeah.
like, "Oh, I'm sorry, I see that you're feeding your dog kibble. You don't feed them fucking raw, you Satanist."
Yeah, how dare you? Actually, my dog is vegan, which actually is animal abuse.
Yeah.
Don't give your
Don't do that.
carnivore animal a vegan diet.
See those teeth?
Those are canines.
Are
for
you
meat.
you hate your animal?
Yeah.
You don't have to eat meat, but your animal does.
Yeah. And so, but then randomly I just posted a really stupid video of snow, and then it blew up, and then I was like, okay, I have pet cows, y'all, here they are, and then it just went from there.
Yeah.
Because my first username was actually just I think I'm funny with like a couple N's and Y's because I didn't want to be found because like I was terrified of people in the town finding out, and now everyone probably knows because, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I
it was
can
just
hide in
random.
Chicago. It's really nice, actually.
Yeah, I'm sure.
It's actually really nice.
Yeah. Well, no one even like acknowledged it until my big snow video recently, and then everyone was like, "Oh my god, girl!" And I'm like, "I don't know who the fuck you are."
Yeah.
Like I
Yeah.
was stalking your page last night, and I'm like, "Who are
That's
you?"
not cool to say.
Well, because no, first she came out with just, "I was stalking you last night," and I
remember
actually
you telling me that,
I
and you
actually
were
had
like,
a run-in with a
"Oh."
legit stalker, so I'm like, please don't ever fucking say that, and
Yeah.
because like people around here just like I told Julie this. I haven't told you this, because I think I might have even been when the one girl. I'm not going to dox her, but she messaged me. So this one girl, is like, I don't want to say well known for a bad reason because it's not, but like she just the work that she did was like something that like everybody in this town ended up using her for this. I'll explain it more. It's not anything bad, but I just don't want to dox her in any way, shape, or form. And so she has like over 5,000 friends on Facebook. Because, or maybe, I don't know, I do think it's over 5,000. And
It's over 9,000.
there's Nick levels at 9,000. And so she tagged me in this thing that was cow related. And since she has so many friends, somebody actually commented who I'm not mutuals with, I don't know this person, was like, I actually like I'm actually really into her on TikTok. Like, I love her videos. And so this girl just immediately responds back and goes, "Oh, well, she only lives 10 minutes from me. Next time you're here, you should come hang out and we can go to see her cows."
No! Oh my god, no, my god. That is
Yeah.
so. Oh my god. I
Yeah.
had something very similar happen.
And so I sent it to Julie because I was like, I feel like I should message her. And Julie's like, you should 100% fucking message her because she can't be doing that shit. So I messaged her and I'm like, hey.
I'm like freaking out.
Yeah, I was
Ooh,
like,
that's the worst
hey.
nightmare.
Yeah, I was like, hey, I don't want to sound like a douchebag because like I don't think I'm like famous, but I have had a lot of really bad run-ins with people. Like people will DM me and be like, I want to drive around Ohio just to find your farm so I can pet your cows, and I'm like, please don't ever fucking say that. Like, no,
weird.
this is my home. So I was like, can you not ever offer people, and like, I know you know where I live, but don't ever fucking, because like,
that's out of pocket whether you got a following or not. Like,
Yeah, that's, it's
house.
weird. Like,
Yeah.
you should never be like, yeah, like, no.
no.
Well,
Julie's like, we're best friends, and I wouldn't invite someone to your house. And I'm like, same.
I'll never forget, like, I think it was the beginning of 2021.
Okay.
I made a video, and I did like the thing where I had my hair up as a like a troll hair, and it was all silver, and I made my face like a disco ball for the new year.
I remember. I know.
And I took a video. So one of my roommates, Sean, who is in some of my videos, I was like, it'd be really funny if you took a video of me from outside of the apartment, and I was like a mannequin, but then I moved. Wouldn't that be like freaking funny, right? And he's like, oh, hell yeah, I love that. So he went downstairs and he filmed pretty much just our, like, there was no signs, there were no landmarks. We live in a brownstone. There's hundreds of thousands of brownstones in Chicago.
Yeah.
So we were like, this is probably the safest way to do this. So he films it, and the amount of people who were like, oh, it looks like you live in blank neighborhood. It looks like you live in this neighborhood. I think you live on this street. Like, people were like really, and I had to go through that video and like delete. No one guessed the right neighborhood, but it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
And I had to make a video like,
Hey guys.
don't fucking try to guess where I live.
Yeah.
And then some people were like,
weird.
well, you filmed your house. And I was like, with no numbers, no signage, no landmarks, fuck you.
Yeah. Also, the fact that I have like shown my house in the background doesn't give you the right to try to turn into a little detective
To figure out
and
where
figure
I
out
live.
where I live.
It's weird. It's just weird.
Oh,
like,
I know.
would film,
I've had to make so many videos. Like
there's
that.
a reason I never filmed when I lived with my parents when I was doing TikTok in 2020 when I started getting big. There's a reason I never filmed the front of our house. If I ever filmed anything, it was inside the house or in the backyard.
Yep.
And I didn't even film, like, if you can go back to 2020, you'd be very hard pressed to put together like an accurate picture of what my house looks like or what my parents' house looks like. But I had a similar thing with TikTok. I joined it in like oh my god, it might have even been 2018.
Yeah.
Like end of 2018. Because a friend of mine, Ryan, who now lives in Chicago, he was like, come do duets with me. He's like, I like doing the lip syncing, like conversation duets, and they're still up. You can, if you have the time to scroll back from like my over 1,000 videos, they're still up. I'm not like ashamed of them.
Yeah. I still have all my first videos up as well.
Yeah.
Because like I posted a lot of just like weird like things that were on my Snapchat memories and stuff, and then like I said, once the cows really took off, that was a lot of my life anyway, so it was easier for me to just film the cow stuff, and I enjoy it. Like I love it, and I have a great community, but they just like there's just those few eggs that are like,
There's
I want to know
always
where your
one.
farm is. Like, why is your farm not open to the public? Why there's other farms, and I'm like, that's great that they're open to the public.
Because it's also
I don't want to be.
It's also because like you are not the only one here.
Yeah.
And then
My parents didn't ask for their daughter to be a dumbass on the internet.
And it's the same with mine. And my parents are incredibly private people.
Yeah.
And that's why, like, I remember when I lived with them, people were like, well, why can't we see your parents? I was like, because they don't want to be filmed.
And that's their
And
choice.
I can't tell them they have to.
Yeah.
Like,
Mm-mm.
no.
It drives me nuts when people are like that. Like, my dad's okay with being in videos, but my mom doesn't want to be filmed.
My parents, the most they've ever been in is their voice.
Yeah.
Because I was like, is it okay if I, like, record your voice? It's like, the camera's going to be on me. Because people were like, what do your parents think of what you do? This is why I was doing, like, my face can be...
Yeah.
My face can be that. Sometimes I'd walk down the stairs and they would just be like, all right, yeah, you're a cloud. Sure. Oh, I remember when I did the cotton ball one? I can feel that in my teeth right now. Oh, bad. Overload of sensory issues.
Oh, I'm
It
sure.
was really bad. But that was a fun video.
Yeah.
It was the easiest to make. Because I only needed like 30 cotton balls. Because they're fluffy.
I only need 30 cotton.
And a dream.
30 cotton balls in a dream. And I had my eyelashes, so I had like makeup on and everything, so I was like fabulous under it. And I was like, I'm a cloud.
I'm a fabulous little
I'm a cloud. Yeah, that was a lot of fun. That's one of my favorite videos I think I've ever done.
Alright, well, we're going to take another break real quick. So, sit!
But
We're
back, bitches.
Since you just talked about getting, like, the potential of getting banned because of the community guidelines on TikTok, let's talk about the fact that TikTok's fat phobic.
They are, bro.
Because, like, here's the thing. It's like,
So
I
bad.
do not give a shit if like girls who are conventionally pretty and thin want to dance in bikinis and shit. I do not care.
Don't care. Live your life.
I think that you should be like aware of the internet if you're underage and just like what predators might do with that.
James Charles.
Or James Chow's, but for the most part, like,
Hide your kids.
do your thing. You know, hide your kids, because there's a predator on the loose.
There's a predator on the loose.
Sisters. And
what was it that I said the other day instead of hi sisters?
oh shit! What did you
What
say?
did I say was really funny?
Yeah, it was.
I'm not gonna do that. It was in the moment. I'm
It
never
was
gonna
in
be
the
able to think
moment.
about it
Yeah,
again.
maybe we'll think of it. Maybe we won't.
I'll think of it probably when you're driving me back to the bus. I'll be like, what's this?
Or you're gonna be on the bus and you're gonna like text me.
God damn it.
But we. Hi, groomers.
Hi groomers. That's what I said. Yeah, I was like, hi groomers.
But like TikTok is so fat phobic because these girls, like I said, they're beautiful, they're gorgeous, they can do whatever the fuck they want, but they're in bikinis, and that's fine. But like literally, when I tried to show my snow tattoo, which is on the side of my thigh, it immediately got taken down for nudity, and I'm like, motherfucker, is it because I have cellulite?
I've experienced some of that, definitely to a way lesser extent because I am a small fat person.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, mid-size is not a thing. Mid-size covers way too much ground. There's like a different like category. There's like small fat. There's like three different categories.
Yeah.
Like I can't remember the second one, and then it's like super fat and then infinifat, and it's literally broken down by like the ease in which you can shop. Like I can shop in a lot of stores where many people exclusively have to shop online. Like
I'm in that like I can shop at almost any store. So I guess I could be considered small fat.
no, you're in that middle one.
Yeah.
Where like, but you have more. Do you have more luck online, like with sizes?
I get scared. I don't shop online because I'm scared of it.
That's fair. I love shopping online. I'm actually addicted to it.
Because like
Shein.
because like for me, I can shop anywhere, but I am in that mid-size where like sometimes the biggest size doesn't fit, but then when I go to the plus size, none of it fits.
Then
either.
you,
It's too
then you
big.
probably are in the small fat category where like you can shop in stores and you are mostly able to find things that fit you in most like big box stores.
Yeah.
The second level is like I have to shop at like a plus size exclusive store.
Yeah.
And then it's like I can get the biggest size in a plus size store, but otherwise I'm online. And then Infinifat is like I exclusively I have to shop online because nowhere has my size. So
my biggest problem is like being 6 foot tall. And fat.
Yeah.
yeah,
Because like
you were a tall lady.
these pants are supposed to go to my ankles.
See, like I'm gonna tell you right now, I've had a little problem with that just because like, and I'm nowhere near as tall as you, but my legs are very long.
Yeah.
I'm like mostly leg.
Yep.
Who was calling me?
You said who? No.
Oh, it's spam. We love spam.
We love 'em.
I just can't do vibrating while I'm trying to talk. It's very distracting for me.
Somebody's like, who's got a toy going?
Hell no, girl. But my mom is like 5'11", like 5'10", 5'11", and she also has super long legs.
Yep.
She can never find pants. But
And, like,
women's pants are bullshit.
Carry short and regular legs in the store.
Yeah, never
If you want
tall.
long
Never
or
tall.
you
Yeah.
have to go online.
That's my mom. She has to buy all of her pants online because they never fucking carry talls.
Me, 5'4",
Well, and,
sitting here like I can't relate. Let me let you
the
see all. It's
other-
awful. You tall bitches can have it.
The
out.
other part is if you get into wear like jeans, so they have like the short, the regular, the long, and the extra long.
Mm-hmm.
The waist size is different on the
Yeah.
extra long and the long, even
Yeah.
though it's the same number.
Yeah. It's
Crazy.
weird.
Why? American Eagle?
Why?
Also, I will say I am pretty happy that now, like, these jeans that I'm wearing are from Old Navy, and actually, like, I fuck with Old Navy pants. Old Navy pants have not done me wrong in several years. I used to only buy Levi's, but they're so expensive, and they would rub through
Yep.
in no time, which,
Yep.
Levi,
Rude.
how are you going to charge $50 to $60 for a pair of jeans, and I can wear them for 2 months? That happened, the last pair that I bought, and I emailed them with the receipt and the picture and like the date so they could know that I wasn't lying, that it was 2 months. I was like, I want my goddamn money back. And guess what? I got my goddamn money back. They're like, do you want a gift card? I was like, no, I want it cash back to me. I'm not buying any more of your pants.
Cash.
I'm not buying any more of your pants. This is ridiculous. So I
Going
got
to
my money
Old
back.
Navy.
If you ever want someone to, I call myself a Karen for good.
I love
Because
that.
I have that inside me. I can do that. But it's like, if I see that someone else is being mistreated, I'm stepping in, and I'm like, you need someone like me
This is the Brillo
who
pad
has like
to my sponge.
has no boundaries. Where I'm like, but excuse me, you being a real biatch right now. But yeah, Old Navy has been really good, and now they're starting to go where they have the inch number for the waist size, and that's the thing that's always bothering me about women's pants. Why do men's pants have like
measurements
the
for
measurements
this and this?
and then women's is like, what the fuck is a 12?
Yeah.
What's
why
an
can
18?
why can I be a 10 and then an 18 in the same fucking store?
Yeah.
Tell me how that makes any kind of goddamn
It doesn't
sense.
make any sense. We really
Because
need to
if you
circle
say-
my waist measurement.
If you say that you are, like, I went from an 18 to a 10, people would be like, you lost 100 pounds. Why can't I wear both of those sizes at the same store?
I think Remy has brought a lot of light to that recently with all of her different try-on hauls.
Oh yeah.
Because she'll try on, like, 6 pairs of jeans from the same store.
Yeah.
And they all fit fucking different.
Yeah. And it's like, why
And
is
they're all
this-
like the same size.
Yeah, but then there's people, and it's so funny to read her comments because there's people in the comments who you can tell have never had that problem.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
They're like, oh my god, this is insane. And I'm like, this is life.
This is life.
That's
This
called
is
your
life.
zero.
If you're bigger than like a size
4
8,
or 8, yeah.
if you're bigger than a size 8, good. Actually, a size 6. My sister Eileen is like a size 8, and she fluctuates.
Yeah.
She can be anywhere from a 6 to like a 10.
Also, if one jean company could make jeans big enough for some juicy cabooses, I would greatly appreciate it. Because high rise for a lady with a dump truck is not high rise anymore.
No.
It's only high rise in the front.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then in the back, I gotta worry
In the
about
back,
crap
she's
hanging
gaped
out.
out.
Got the plumber style.
Or I have this much. I will say that American Eagle's curvy line is pretty nice because what they have is
I'm
they
not
made
mad
it,
at American Eagle.
Yeah, because what they have is they have it as like if you have a difference of like 8 to 10 inches because that's like the norm. I'm like 16-inch difference between my waist and my ass.
Yeah.
So like
It's a bigger difference.
yeah, and like so I can't like normal jeans don't work for me, but I also then have skinnier legs, so then I have it's just a fucking clusterfuck.
My issue is that I have no ass. So I chronically have to wear belts because my pants can't stay up. I got nothing to hold them up, girl. Got nothing to hold them up. I got no ass. God bless me in one area and one area alone. And then he said, fuck the rest of you, this bitch. Like, she ain't getting shit else elsewhere. But
She was like, I relate.
It makes the way the pants are made. Now I would say for Remy, I didn't really like her content when she first started.
Same.
But I don't know. It's one of those things where I'm like, get your bag, girl, but hold to your standards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't like that she partnered with Victoria's Secret and paid
Yeah,
because
it
they
bothered me.
Because like I understand that she's like, but I want to help them and like expand, but like I wouldn't take a brand deal unless they already had sizes because you have to understand that like when I don't know if this is like for everyone, but I know you and I both relate to it on the internet. Like a lot of because I am not like the standard like skinny pretty. A lot of people enjoy watching me that are bigger.
Yeah.
Like my bigger sizes are what I sell the most of, so I know
Yeah.
my audience. So I would never partner with a company that was like our biggest size is XL. I would be like, go fuck yourself.
I have to, if they have to have at least up to 4X for me to partner.
Because that's what I can sell out of my fucking spare bedroom. Like, if I can have a size range up to 4XL and I work out of my fucking
And you
parents'
got
bedroom,
a lot less overhead.
then you should be able to.
Yeah, it should be doable.
Yeah.
I agree. I most of the, I think, because you and I were talking about this, I took a brand deal with Curvy Couture, who I love.
Yeah.
They're a smaller, like, bra, an underwear lingerie, not like fancy lingerie, but just like your everyday wear. And their stuff, really comfortable. That was the first time I had bought a bra online that the breastplate actually sat on my chest.
Not
like it's
out here?
Yeah, it like
Yeah.
sat snugly. I wasn't spilling. Like the straps sat well. I've never had to hike up a single strap ever from any other bras. They don't slide. They stay up. And they go up to a size H. And I was like, and they'd said like, hey, right now we're only going up to a size H, but we're hoping when we get bigger, we want to do some more extended sizes, like go up to like the I's and the J's and, you know, like the really, really like the bigger sizes. So I took a deal with them because I was like, I feel comfortable with this company. And they could offer a little less, but I was like, you know what? You're doing some good, you're doing the Lord's work.
Right.
I'll work with you. And I still got some pushback from my audience. They were like, I love this, but I wear an I and they don't have an I. And they actually responded to a lot of those comments and they were like, hey, please join our mailing list. We are actually trying to extend further. And guess what? I'm pretty sure you can go on their website. I'm pretty sure they have expanded past an H now.
That's awesome.
Cause like, but that's the thing is like Victoria's Secret. I hold no. There's no love lost there.
Yeah.
They're cheaply made. That's
They're
why
not
they're
that
so
great.
cheap. They're
Yeah.
cheaply made. Their lace is uncomfortable. Their sizing is fucked up. The people who work there don't know how to measure titties.
Every time I go in there, they look me confidently in my eyes after looking at my titties and go, "You are a triple D." And I said, "Bitch,
No, I am not.
I'm a C at best."
Yeah.
And then I put on, so then they make me wear the triple D, and then they look and they're like, "Yeah, that's too big." I'm like, "You know, fucking shit. Look at my titties." And then I'll put on a double D, and they're like, "That's still too big." And I'm like,
Because I'm a C.
and then I put on a D, and they're like, "That's okay." And I'm like, "Yeah, but I literally feel like I'm drowning." So then I put on a C, and it's perfect. And I'm like, "I'm so glad that I sized myself here."
Yeah, I mean, for anyone who doesn't know, there is like an easy way to find like your cup and your band size. You literally just need to measure
and then
right
inch
underneath
difference.
your bust,
Yep.
and then the medius part of your chest, and then literally just count down.
Yep.
And that like it'll be like A, B, C, D, double D, triple D,
What's after triple D? Is it E?
F. No,
F.
There's no E.
there's no E. There can be E's, but it's like a triple D.
Yeah.
F,
G?
I, J, like it goes
Yeah.
it goes that way. Or no, I think they skip F too. It like goes right to like H or G or something. So you can measure yourself.
Yeah, because 1 inch difference would be A or double A, and then 2 inch difference would be A. 3 inch difference.
1 inch is difference is A.
Oh.
If you're a double A, then why are you buying a bra? I'm just gonna be honest. That's inverted.
Just get pasty.
At that point, it's inverted. Get your nipples pierced to be
Wore
done.
pasties.
What?
Yeah,
What?
she wore pasties, even though
We can't say it, but I'll tell you after.
Yeah.
Okay, I love it.
Sorry, I had to say it then, or I would have forgot.
I've worn pasties in my life. I wore them for my Vegas show. When I went to Vegas, I wore pasties because I didn't wear a bra with the dress that I wore, and I taped my boobies, and that was fun.
I just never wear bras, and I'm like, if you can see my nipples, you're welcome. I hate when people are like, "Did you know?" Yeah, I know you can fucking see my nipples, and
You're
I have
welcome.
nipple bars.
Yeah,
You're fucking welcome.
we know what it is.
Why
Thank you.
Why can I not confident? Men walk around with THO and they will adjust their nutsack while having a conversation with you.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'd much rather see a woman do a little boob scoop, than see a man adjust his nutsack.
Oh my god, they're so
Because I
vile.
definitely I know she at least washed her titty.
They'll do it while conversating and not even know it.
And
Some
then-
people, it's like a nervous tick for them.
Yeah.
Like they just constantly have their hands on their nuts.
And I'm like,
can you not touch
and
yourself
you're
while you're talking to
and
me?
you're mad at me because you can see my. You're fucking welcome for seeing my nipples.
I
Like-
learned a new term for THO this weekend.
What is it?
RT.
Oh,
Rock tits.
yeah, I've heard that. I think somebody on TikTok said it.
I learned it on TikTok this weekend.
Yeah,
RT. Rock tits. There you go.
RT.
It's a new cool thing.
It's a new hit thing to say. I got
No
rock
more
tits.
THO, got RT.
I have pierced nips, so I'm always RT.
My boobs do that thing again where I have to boil them to make them stop hurting.
That's really great.
fun.
I had another period.
I still haven't had one in 28 days.
Good God, we're both fucked up. I'm having too many. She's not having enough.
You got mine
I'm
here.
per regular.
You're the nice. You're the.
I'm
you're the
the
medium.
just right.
You're the medium porridge.
I'm the medium
You're the just
porridge.
right
I'm
porridge.
just right. Oh my
I am
God.
not. I could never. My body doesn't want to.
No, our bodies are like we're fucked up, but at least we're fucked up
Except
together.
make my nipples hurt, then I have to boil them in the sink.
Yeah, she boils her titties in the sink.
Yeah, it's
I need to
already
understand
stopped
that.
hurting.
Why?
So like,
We both have this thing.
okay, so
Julie worse than I though, for sure.
I figured out why it happens to us, and it's got to be our hormones.
Oh,
because
100%.
Oh, if it's
Lacey
going on
and
with the
I
boobies, it's a
followed-
hormone thing.
well, I thought it was breast cancer because like
Yes,
my family
because
has a
it's getting
history of
hard. Yeah.
breast cancer, and I followed like my timeline, and then it matched up with Lacey's timeline because I was on birth control, got off it for a little bit. Lacey was on birth control, got off for a little bit, and then our doctors were like, "Well, to get you regular, we're gonna put you back on birth control." So we both got back on birth control for like 3 or 4 months, and we both got back off. And when we both got back off, we both started having this like irritation where like our nipples start burning so bad. Nothing can touch them. Nothing helps it.
Nope.
We were putting aloe on our nipples, like just
Us-
trying to get it to stop hurting.
Like a barrier. Like I was putting fucking Aquaphor on my titties.
Like when I was at work, because I have tits that hang to my knees, so I have to wear a
Yeah,
bra.
I got bill-shaped boobies.
So like I would take my tits out of the top of my sports bra and keep the band underneath, so they would like come up here.
Yeah.
But like they it's just, oh my god, such the
Yeah.
worst pain ever, and it just makes me so irritable because
Yeah,
like,
because you're
nothing
in
can touch
constant
it.
pain.
So like I was like, I'm gonna get a warm rag and just put it on my tits, see if that helps. And it helped a little bit, but there's still something touching it.
Yeah.
So finally I filled my fucking sink with boiling hot water and then just dunked my titties in them. It was like instant relief. And I was like, do I have mastitis? Like, what's happening?
That is so bizarre.
Yeah.
And it happens about a week before I start my period, so I'm hoping I start a period. But it'll happen like every day, multiple times a day.
Yeah.
Like, I'm gonna get lidocaine patches and start putting on my nipples and hope it helps.
That's horror.
Like,
That's
the worst.
horrifying.
Mine isn't as bad, and I don't know if it's like size or because mine are pierced, but like it's so bad. Like the week before my period, I'm just like nothing can touch these bad boys.
Yeah.
It's like you need a
Like
tent.
I'll get sensitive, but not to the point where I'm like
I
hurting.
never had any sensitivity in my nipples before my period. Like, not at all. And now it's like, I gotta like walk around like this.
Anything touches.
I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm a big believer in birth control, but this is one of the reasons I didn't fucking get on birth control. I've never been on it. That's one of the reasons, because I knew it was gonna fuck up my hormones. And I already have a hard time with like my weight and like it fluctuating and stagnant. I was like, and both my sisters have been on birth control, and all I ever heard from them was like all the shit they had to go. You know what? This is why you just get a vasectomy.
Yeah, it's so easy. It's an
cheap.
outpatient.
In most places, you can get it for free.
Yep.
It's reversible, and it doesn't
Outpatient.
It doesn't even require anesthetics. You just get it and you're done. I hate when people are like, well then, get your tubes tied. I'm like, first of all,
We can't.
there's layers to that.
Yeah.
It is incredibly expensive. You are under the knife.
Yeah.
Like that is surgery. You have to stay in the hospital.
You have to have a man sign for you.
And you have to get permission.
Yeah.
And that's the thing that I'm like,
So since I don't have a boyfriend, it would be like, Daddy, can you approve?
yeah, and it's like, why
Since you
should I
own
have
me?
to have someone approve what I want to do? Like, yeah, get a fucking and like, there's a lot of misconception. They're like, oh well, if I get a vasectomy, then I can't have kids. I'm like, no, it's reversible.
Yeah, they just put the things back together.
It's incredibly reversible.
Men are
just
just
do it.
stupid, and I don't respect them.
Well, I only got on
Men are
birth control.
stupid, and I don't respect them.
I only got on birth
That's
control because
right.
I was having
Just
like a
have sex
period
with them.
every day, like every month for a whole year. Like, I would have just a period for a whole year.
She really would.
Yeah,
And
and
it
then I
wasn't-
wouldn't have a period for 6 months, and
My
then
life
I'd
is
have a
so
period for 8
fucking
months.
easy.
Listen, before I got on birth control this last time, I spent $275 in 1 month on pads and tampons. I went through so many Ultra Plus tampons because my flow was so fucking heavy.
She would have to go to sleep with like a tampon and then like a diaper.
I used to have to I made a diaper out of the overnight pads, the real thick ones
I've done
that
that.
are like extra long.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I used to have to do that when there was a period in my life where I just refused to use tampons. I just wouldn't use them. I would only use pads. And I think I was just like scared to use tampons.
Well, like I was to the point where I was afraid to get toxic shock because
Yeah.
I had to wear a tampon all the time.
All the time.
And I was changing an Ultra Plus tampon, which like I don't know if anybody knows how big they are.
They're
but
big.
They're like that fucking big.
They're big.
And
That's a big boy.
That's scary to put inside of you.
I use supers, so I know.
Yeah.
Like it's a big boy.
And like I was like, I'm gonna get toxic shock because I literally had to change my tampon every 20 minutes, or I would bleed through. I remember I would text my mom like, Mom, I don't know what to do. Like at this point, I just want to like take my pants off and stay at home and just free bleed everywhere like, because this
Yeah.
is ridiculous. But I found the Diva Cup, and I was really scared of the Diva Cup
Yeah,
because
but
I
the Diva
saw
Cup's good.
all the women like, oh, I got it stuck inside me, and I'm like, Jesus Christ.
If you're putting in Ultra
But-
Pluses, you're fine.
Yeah. Yeah, retweet.
No.
But I won't use the disc. Everybody's like, use the disc. You can have sex while you're on your period. And I'm like, I don't need to have sex. That's the
I can
least
have sex when
sexy-
I'm on my period. Period.
Like, I also don't want to have sex when I'm on my period.
No, me neither. I'm
feel
very like,
icky.
don't touch me. I feel gross and I'm bloated and like
Yeah.
well, I will say they do recommend if you are towards the end of your period
Yeah.
to have sex because it can end your period sooner.
Yeah.
And it does help relieve some of that like little cramps that you get
Yep.
from your period. So do with that info what you will. Oh, this stopped recording.
That's so great.
Yeah.
Yay!
Let me just. All right.
One mic.
One mic, three girls.
One mic. Just leaning in. Just leaning in.
So
You'll just isolate those parts and make them louder.
yeah. Well, guys, thank you so much for listening to our podcast. Erin, thank you so much for being on our
Yeah,
podcast.
absolutely.
Thanks for coming.
What a good note to end that on. You
Yeah.
know?
Periods
Period
suck.
talk.
Periods suck. Women have it harder. Men, nut up.
The girls room, and I like eggs.
All right. All of our links will be below. All of our links will be
All
below.
our links will be in the description.
Erin's links will be below. Peace out, Girl Scouts. Bye, bitches. Bye.